Hey everybody, Mason Buckles here. It is Tuesday the 16th. I apologize for being a day late on this week's video. I was out of town for my birthday. So here are the three things you can use this week. Really 8-day winning streak from interest rates, which has been awesome to see coming off of a number of news pieces over the last week and a half. Specifically, what we saw was the CPI and inflation data starting to reflect what feel like real numbers. And that was backed up, of course, a week prior with some less than stellar job reports, which has all been positive from a mortgage rate perspective. In short, the economy is starting to slow down. And what we're seeing is the data that we expected literally about 6 months ago starting to reign true. And that is starting to push rates down, where rates have pushed down now to about 5-month lows. They're firmly below 7%, ranging anywhere from 6.6 to 6.9, depending on the structure. And then you start to look at your government loans, your FHA and VA, and those are getting down to the low sixes. So good news across the board. We had about an 8-day straight winning streak for mortgage bonds. Gave up a little bit today, but ultimately we're on the right trend. Again, coming off of what has been news that we've been waiting for. So overall, the expectation hasn't changed dramatically here just in the last week regarding the Fed and what they're going to do over the second half of the year. Specifically, the current expectation is for the first Fed cut to occur in September. Right now, there's about a 90% expectation for that cut to occur, with that estimated to be probably about 0.25%, so 25 basis points. Item number two that I'm sharing with you today, though, is an article that came out last week citing Citibank, predicting the Fed to cut rates by as much as 200 to 225 basis points, so 2 to 2.25% over the next 12 months. And that is significant in terms of the shift in mindset around the Fed and the action they're going to take. For those that aren't aware, right now we're right around 5 to 5.25 on the Fed funds rate. That would push that rate down to somewhere around 3 to 3.25. And for historic purposes, mortgage rates trend about 175 basis points above the Fed funds. So what you're looking at there is, if we see the Fed push down to, let's just say 3.25, that put our mortgage rates somewhere around 5%, which is nearly 2% lower than where we are right now. So really positive news when you're thinking about opportunity for our buyers and sellers in the future here. To that point though, and let's talk really about what we're looking at right now. There's a sweet spot, and I've included a 3-minute video here from a gentleman named Ryan Hills, who's a absolute great resource. He has a YouTube channel called the RE Source and puts out great content every week, specifically talking about the sweet spot and the fact that we've seen housing inventory rise yet again. So we went from about 3.3 months to 3.6 months just in the most recent data. And then, of course, the Fed and the traction that we're seeing towards those rate reductions. All of that creates an opportunity right now for our buyers to capture in hopes of getting out in front of what would be that wave of activity to come as rates do start to dramatically come down. So take a look at everything I've shared with you. Everything here is a link for different details to unpack in more granular fashion. And then ultimately, I would encourage you to share that with your clients, or if you need help scripting it, I'm happy to do that for you as well. But bottom line, it's been a busy past couple of months, and we expect it to stay busy and get even busier into the future as we start to see things pull back. So a good week over the last week for mortgage rates, and hopefully that means a strong second half of the year for housing and pushing into 2025. All right, my friends, have a great week. Talk to you soon. Take care.